If you cannot fail, if you take any of the fears, doubts, insecurities you may have out of the equation, what would you be doing? Hello and welcome back to part number 2 of this series about how to find your passion in life, how to find something that you love doing so that you can have a happier, more fulfilling life where you're actually excited about it. And by the way, if this is the first video in the series you see, below this video I'll leave a link to the first part where I talk about the candy store of life. And so for this video, what I want to do is give you a couple of questions to think about. Because here's the thing, what am I passionate about? What is the purpose of my life? What is the meaning of life? Those are such huge fundamental questions that are incredibly, and I mean incredibly difficult to answer. And so most people never do it. What I want to do is chunk it down a little bit, right? I want to give you some smaller questions to think about that together can add up to that bigger question of what do I really want to do with my life? So let's dive right in with the first question. Actually, I'll give you the first two because they're very similar. So number one, what makes you lose track of time? And then number two, what can you talk about for hours and hours on end? And what I want you to do is take out a pen and a piece of paper and write these questions on a piece of paper. And then after this video ends, after you give this video a quick thumbs up and have subscribed to the channel, afterwards you can start answering these questions for yourself. And I really want you to do this in a place where you're not going to be disturbed, where you have some time to sit alone with your thoughts, like no phones, no distractions, just you, the piece of paper, and your thoughts. So, why these two questions first? Guess what? If you can talk about something for hours and hours on end, that's a pretty good indicator that it's something that you enjoy, something that you're excited about, something that you are knowledgeable about, right? So, if you can have something where time just flies, right? That's again another indicator of something that you love doing, something that you enjoy. And so for this, I don't want you to dismiss anything here. Write it all down. Don't filter things first. Just if you think of something, write it down on this piece of paper. Moving on to the third question then. And that is, let's say you were guaranteed to succeed at whatever you tried. Guaranteed. What would you be doing with your life? And for this, I want you to be dreaming big, right? Or small, whatever it is for you. But the thing is, if you cannot fail, if you take any of the fears, doubts, insecurities you may have out of the equation, what would you be doing? What would you be doing if you were that fearless, right? That's what I want you to think about. And guess what? If you can dream it, you can achieve it. You can. You 100% can learn any new skill. You can learn the right information, the right knowledge to make those dreams a reality. And so, even when you are in fear, even when you're doubtful, know that you absolutely have the power to achieve those goals. You 1000% do. You know what? Because you're human. And one of our greatest strengths as people is the ability to learn. The ability to learn from other people, right? For example, I've got these things here. Book about marketing, book about body language, about money, finances, right? So you can learn so many new things. You can do this through YouTube like you are doing right now. So whatever you think is standing in your way, it is just you. It is just between those ears. And guess what? If you can fill this space between your ears with the right knowledge, the right information, you can achieve anything in a life. So I want you to think about that question. If you didn't have a chance of even failing, what would you be doing? Number 4 then. And that is the opposite question. Let's say right now, for the rest of your life, you would be on welfare. From the government, you're just getting a welfare check for your basic, bare necessities. So it's not a glamorous life. There's no status. There's nothing at all. What would you be doing then? And so, in this question, regardless of what you pick, you can run a billion-dollar company or you can pick up trash in the park, right? But whatever you pick, all you get is that welfare check every month. So there's no financial status or any other rewards from it. It is just the work. So what would you be doing then if financially it didn't even matter at all? And so what I want you to think about with this question is, which job or career or activity or hobby do you love doing so much that you would do it for free? What do you love so much that you would be doing it for free? And so a similar question that you can ask here is, imagine a time when money didn't matter and all of your needs are met. What would you be doing with your time? Because guess what? If you're just sitting there idly watching Netflix, it might be fun for a week. But after that, your life is going to feel empty. It's going to feel like you have nothing going on, which you have. So in that case, even if you had nothing to do in a moment, you will find a way to fill that void. You will find a way to fill that gap of doing something exciting. What are those things? Write those out. And then one other that I like is, how do you want to be remembered? How do you want to be remembered after you're gone? Do you want to leave a legacy? Do you want to have just the people around you and close to you that remember you? Or is it something that you are like, I want to have a legacy that my name goes down in the history books, right? Or everything in between. How do you want people close to you to remember you by? What are those values or those traits? Maybe it's kindness, maybe it's empathy, maybe it's always being there to listen to someone. Maybe it is, he was a great dad, great mom. Oh yeah. Or maybe at a higher level it's like, oh my God, this person was a great entrepreneur, a great business owner, right? Whatever it is for you. Maybe it's your discipline that you want to be remembered by. But as you go through this question, what you're truly getting at is some of your core values. What is important to you? What is important for your life, for your passion, for how people around you think about you, feel about you? Because guess what? If people think about you a certain way after you're gone, you better also have people think about you that way while you're alive. And so the final question that I'm going to give you with is this. Imagine that right now, through this phone, I'm giving you a magic wand. I just threw it at you there. You now have a magic wand in your hand, and with one swish and flick, what you can do is you can design your ideal life, your ideal reality. What would that look like? And again, dream as big as you want here, because literally anything is possible for you. Want to run a $1 billion company? That is something that you can achieve with enough dedication, hard work, and all of those things. It's on the table. So what I want you to do here is just let go of your restrictions mentally, right? Most people don't even allow themselves to dream bigger than what they currently have. Their mind just won't let them. So with this, you've got the magic wand. Just make it up. Be as outrageous and excited as you can about this. I don't care how outlandish or big your dreams are. I want you to think about those things, and if you look at what you've written down, I want you to have that huge smile on your face where you're like, oh my God, if I can even achieve 10% of this, I would be over the moon, right? That's what I want you to do with this question. I want you to dream bigger, because guess what? If you have goals that don't excite you, when you're like, yeah, meh, whatever, I don't care, right? You're not going to achieve those goals because your heart is not going to be in it. And so from this question, from now you can reverse engineer it a bit. If you're like, oh my God, this would be my day-to-day life, right? I would be living here. These are my activities. Now you can reverse engineer, like, what would I have needed to do in the time between now and when I want those things to really achieve it, right? And that's going to help you, find some more direction. And so that's a very powerful process. So again, I hope you have actually written down these questions, because I know most people, they just dabble, they just watch a video or two, but they never actually take the actions. So if you haven't written down these questions, go back to this video, write down the questions, give this video a quick thumbs up, and then start answering those questions for yourself. And subscribe to the channel, because I'll be bringing you a few more videos in this series to help you figure out what you truly love and want to do with your life. And that's going to be so crucial for you. But for this video, I am out of here, and I'll see you next time.